So Michelle, thank you so much for speaking with me today. We'd like to start with a bit of introduction. So if you could go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so I am born and raised in San Francisco, California. I am a recent graduate of San Francisco State University. I am still so tired that I don't want to wake up. Even after sleeping for 8, sometimes 10 hours, I'm still so tired. I mentioned that to them, and they're like, oh, maybe you might have sleep apnea. Throughout the day, I remember I used to take sometimes 3 to 4 hour naps, and I'd be like, the day is over, and I'm still so tired for some reason. So that's kind of how it's like. I found your benchmarking service through social media, and since your benchmark was focused more so on sleep apnea, that caught my eye when looking at it, because that was something that the doctor mentioned to me that I might have. So I wanted to see, going through your process, maybe I can see a second ear or a second word from someone else, if that's actually the case. So once I filled it all out and then I got the report, I realized that, oh, maybe I might actually have it, and possibly another motivator to actually try to go and get it checked.
After participating and receiving the report, what are your thoughts about your participation? How do you feel?
Very beneficial in a way that, since I'll be starting my actual job in 2 weeks, not just any college job that I have, an actual job where I'll be spending 9 hours a day there, 8, 9 hours at the office working. I want to make sure that I do have the energy and I'm not tired all the time, and I'm able to consume the information to be able to help others in the company. A good amount of what you said sounds like my experience talking to someone, and if I'm not able to say what I need to say before they finish what they're saying, I forget what I'm saying. And when I hear someone talking for 5-10 minutes, I lose track of what they're saying. I'm like, and they ask me, what do you think after what they said? And I think to myself, what did they just say? I do experience that. It makes me feel that there's something that I need to put more focus on, aside from what I have been focusing on, such as my health. So knowing that others are going through it and seeing that in comparison to others, it makes me think it is something really important. And I realize that with the exhaustion that I'm feeling, and something that you also mentioned, that you're living life 30%, it makes me rethink, am I actually living life like that too? Maybe I am, because I'm also so tired all the time that I'm just in some way getting by the day, not really enjoying the day. But it makes me really think that maybe I need to focus a little bit more now on that area.
So congratulations on taking this step. Appreciative that you participated. But I'm going to venture to guess that this 15 minutes you invested with will change your life.
I believe so. I will try to get that machine to test to see if I actually have it, because I want to know now, especially that data point that you mentioned to me of 30%. That really hits me, because I want to be living a fruitful life, and just living on 30%, that isn't a lot.
It's worth a lot to fix it. And is there anything that, as a result of the report, that you believe that you will do that you wouldn't have done without the report?
Without the report, I would have believed that my sleep apnea was something that I didn't need to put more focus on. But having that report and seeing those data points in there, it made me realize that it is something that I should prioritize more than I would have if I did not see it.
So, are you glad you used the service?
I am glad I used the service. I liked how easy it was to understand, and there wasn't too much words and too little, just enough words, with pictures and diagrams and data points. For me, seeing those data points are what impact me the most. If it's just words and pictures, maybe I'll just be like, oh, okay. But having those numbers with what you're trying to say or present, it makes it more impactful for me on my end.
And would you participate again?
I would, maybe in a year. I want to see if it has improved.
That would be the goal. The absolute goal is for you to receive the report, print out the report, take it to your doctor. And maybe the doctor gives you some advice or recommendations. Maybe they order, in your case, the sleep study that gets you a formal diagnosis. Perhaps you get the CPAP machine, or perhaps you get some other intervention that could help you sleep better. And then, of course, in a year's time, you check back with us to see how are you doing. And maybe your sleep is resolved. And because your sleep is resolved, your energy levels are up, you're able to exercise more, and all of those things we'll know and be able to share back with you. But maybe some other things will change that you weren't aware of. Maybe your mood will be lower for a different reason, and we'll be able to surface that kind of insight for you. How does that sound?
That sounds great. I want to see the impact for sure in a year.
192 million Americans, so quite a few Americans, have a symptomatic illness but are not seeing a doctor for their condition. And a lot of it is the things that we talked about today. We aren't aware, or if we are aware, it's not a priority. And that's okay because life gets busy. School, family. We're getting pulled in all sorts of different directions. And there's no one out there trying to pull for health, really. And that's kind of the goal for Healthful Data, is to share with people that if you fix your health, actually everything else with your life will actually improve dramatically. So that's the goal. And I don't know, have I converted you to a believer yet?
You have a good percentage.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Maybe giving this a try to see more than normal exhaustion that you would have from doing all that you do every day can be beneficial, make their life a little bit more fruitful than just living life.
That's wonderful, wonderful. So Michelle, wanted to thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. I would love it if you would give me an update. Just send me a quick email. Hey, I saw a doctor. Hey, I got a machine, or I fixed it somehow. I would love to hear your story and how you change things for yourself for the better. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me, to share your experience with the platform, and I wish you a very pleasant day.
You too, have a good one.